Second time this summer series between the St. Cloud Force and the Sarasota Lions. My name is Conrad Volch alongside Kyle Ainsworth. Kyle, second matchup between these two teams. Last time they played each other was a very entertaining first half, but as we've seen throughout this entire summer series, Sarasota pulled away and not just won, but won 101-73. What has been the overall theme of this Lions team throughout this summer series to be able to do that?
They find a way to they're a great second half team, Conrad. They play well on the second half. They sometimes slow stuff and whatnot, but always behind the man that is Tim Hagee. He had 30 points when they played last time. It was including the nail in the coffin. This team just finds a way to keep the composure even when things really aren't going their way in the first half, and they come out in the second half and they play exceptional.
Yeah, and you look at a guy like Tim Hagee, and a little bit older, kind of called the grandpa of the bunch of these guys, but he has that experience playing professional basketball, whether it was in the TBL last year or overseas or in college or any of that, and it helps guys that, whether they've played in a league like this or whichever, to kind of be that leader. And I think it helps that he can bring you 30 points on any given night, but it also helps too that he's very unselfish with how he plays. And if he's double or triple covered, he'll find an open man to pass it to.
He does, and even with that, they always seem to overwhelm people with their size. This Sarasota team, and that comes off the efforts of DeMars McNeil, who we'll touch up on him. Some exciting news for him. We'll touch up on that here in a second. But I'm really excited to see if they can keep the momentum going and just do their best at, and that's just winning ball games.
They've got St. Cloud today and Team Yessa tomorrow. But we'll take a quick break as they get the starters slated and the anthem sung. We'll be right back.
It's just very, if you can find a fix, that'd be helpful. It's just very distracting.
6-foot guard, Bahamas. Antonio Hanna. 5'10" guard from Johnson University, number 3, Alan Sparks. 6'2" guard from Mansfield University, number 9, Jordan Hernandez. 5'11" guard, number 11, Nixon Alvarado. And the 6'4" forward from Shady University, number 12, Kasim Green. The head coach of the Force is John Allison. Now, let's meet the stars for your
And we welcome you back into the Sunbelt Basketball Association featuring the St. Cloud Force and the Sarasota Lions. Opening tip-off just around the corner here for the first quarter. Again, these two teams last played back on June 30th, where the Sarasota Lions took the victory 101-73. Again, timed first three quarters, Elam ending fourth quarter. See how these two teams fare. Got a couple new starters in for the Sarasota Lions. Jalen Smith and Anthony Lakai getting the nod to be the starters today. So we'll see how they fare in this lineup to begin.
Very curious, Conrad, to see how both of these teams come out to start with what went down last game. It being very competitive. Actually, if you don't remember, St. Cloud came out to a fast start last game.
Very. And Lakai got the shot to fall, but a travel call, so still no score between the two teams. That is true. The St. Cloud Force, I believe, started out with like a 9 or 10 point lead. And to start things off, that is a three there by number 2 of Antonio Hanna. That's another thing that St. Cloud is very good at and very deadly at if they can get going is the 3-point line.
It's certainly a team that Sarasota could sleep on just because they won convincingly last time.
Yes.
St. Cloud can very much bring it to them, and if Sarasota's not here and ready to play, it could go south.
So back-to-back shots, back-to-back possessions made shots. That's Jordan Hernandez out of Mansfield University. 5-0 is the score, Force leading. Tim Hagee will finally pull the trigger, and that's the first three for the Lions, and great answer if you're the Lions to cut it down to 2.
Score a single point in the first quarter. This game is coming out, getting the ball going, and trying to get it.
So that looks like it's going to be a charge. Drawn charge there by number 9, Jalen Smith.
Great job by Jalen Smith to get outside of the restricted area, set his feet, and take that charge.
He's got a light green shoe and an orange shoe. Kind of reminds me of a Dreamsicle met Popsicle, I guess, but one of the cool things about any basketball player is the shoes they wear. As Hagee throws up another three, no good. Fighting for it underneath the hoop. Jordan Green was there, but ultimately Hernandez got it.
Did you compare his shoes to a popsicle?
Popsicle. Yes, I did.
What's your favorite kind of popsicle?
Anything cherry or orange.
Cherry?
Yes.
I'm more of a grape guy.
Nothing wrong with that.
People usually get on me about that, though. People seem to think everything grape tastes like medicine.
No, I tend to disagree.
You do?
I think grape gets hated on for literally no reason.
I kind of agree with you on that one.
Well, at least we agree on something.
Yeah, people listening at home, we don't agree on a lot, so.
No, never. Never that. In fact, we're not even friends. Like, why are we even here? No, I'm kidding. Once again, my name is Conrad Volch alongside Kyle Ainsworth, and yes, we are friends. This is just clever banter, I promise. Good drive in there by the Force. Oh, my goodness, that was disgusting drive in there by Adam Starks. I mean, he pulled it in, pulled it back out, and then it was a great little floater as Tim Hagee responds. Hagee, once again, has scored all 5 points for the Sarasota Lions, and he is that spark plug to get this Lions team going from what we've seen here at home. But that's a 3-ball shot there by the Force. That's number 3, Adam Starks. Sarasota, good offensive rebound there by Jordan Green and throws it in. Second on the team, just over 14 points a game. They're keeping this game close, 3 points here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're playing with them. They're hitting their shots, not letting St. Cloud get out to a lead here. So a great response by Sarasota.
Be a long 2 if it goes, and that is good. There by number 12 of Kasim Green.
Both teams firing on all cylinders right now. Shots falling early.
Jordan Green thought about the long 2, decided to drive it towards the midway point of the paint. Gets it to fall 12-9. Again, very competitive first half when these last two teams played. And ultimately, it's kind of just who's going to take over the game and who's going to be that team that takes over. Who's going to be that spark plug as well.
Both teams are planning for a high-scoring affair we're in store for early on here.
So we're going to have a shot clock fixed down to 20 seconds. It was down to 3, but went off a player out of bounds. Catch and shoot here, and that is good. That's a long 2 there by Zachary Brent. So 12-11 is the score. Drive in here by Nixon Alvarado. Passing across the outside, just missed the 3. And Zachary Brent able to bring it down. Brent throws it up high. Lakai had it, high shot just off the backboard. And throwing it up into the air, reverse layup is Adam Starks, and it's 14-11. So Green answers back with a 2, 14-13. Love to see that if you're Sarasota. That's the thing is, Sarasota, even if they get behind, they're never truly out of a quarter, as we see another sink 3 there by Adam Starks. I mean,
that was a tough bucket right there.
Yeah.
Hand in his face, drilled it down, why not?
So 17-13 is the score, as we've got another travel call. That's the second travel call we've seen called on Sarasota in this first quarter.
Games are going to really come down to what team can make a defensive adjustment first. Both teams get an easy open shot, exactly what they want. So I'm here to see how these teams come out after this timeout with whatever defensive adjustments they might have.
This is the first media timeout here in the first half and the first quarter. Sarasota behind 17-13 to the St. Cloud Force. We'll be back after the timeout. And we welcome you back here to the first quarter of action here between the Sarasota Lions and the St. Cloud Force. 17-13, Force lead the Lions. Force on the drive. And that is an and-one shot there made by Adam Starks. He really has been the spark plug for this Force team as he's feeling very comfortable with his deep shot. We've seen him make some circus-like plays in the paint there. And he is really feeling it because he seems to be flexing on almost every shot he makes here in this first quarter.
He's very shifty right now. The confidence is high for him. Let's see if he can keep that going.
One of 2 players to score 23 points exactly when these two teams played each other back on June 30th. He's 6 of 12 shooting, 10 for 13 from the free throw line. Hagee said, "I've seen enough," throws it up, just misses it. Lakai is there, cannot hang on to it, still loose, and it's pulled down finally there by Kasim Green. The offense will be through Hernandez, who dumps it off to Alvarado. Force, good defense here by the Lions. Force find an open man, catch and shoot there, in and out. Lakai pulls down the rebound. High pass, just keeping it in bounds. There was Brent. Good passing here. Green will try the deep 3. Hits the backboard. Lakai will do the long 2, in and out. And Green comes flying in, no good. And the Force come up with it. This is Alvarado. Alvarado trying to direct some traffic. Passing it underneath. And Alvarado will try the long 2, no good. And Brent gets the rebound.
Offense is slowing down a little bit here.
And count it, and a foul for Zachary Brent. Antonio Hanna thought he had the charge call, but they put the take the 2 fists and drive it to the hips, does the ref. So have a chance for the 3-point play. 19-15 was the score.
Tough to see on that call, but he may have been in the restricted area. We got a new name here checking in, Conrad.
That's Donzel Hill. This is his first game with the Sarasota Lions. Welcome to the SBA League, sir. Happy to have you. Sporting number 10, got the white shoes with the gray logo on the side. It was a long 2, no good. Rebound there by Zachary Brent. Going to work quickly here and draws the foul. Shot is no good, but he earned himself a couple of free throws.
So it looks like St. Cloud's offense has stalled here a little bit in the last few possessions. See if Sarasota can keep those adjustments going here and capitalize on the offensive end.
Brent makes the first free throw. Again, free throws in a game like this are very huge because once you get to that area in the third quarter, right before the Elam rules fourth, any point counts, no matter if you're up by a lot, tied, or down by a lot.
Right.
Because gloves come off in that fourth quarter because it's the first one to that point total plus 21 of the lead, but it's the work that goes on between the first and third quarter that sets up kind of that vibe going into that final quarter.
Exactly.
So 19-17. Quick pass out of the inbound. That'll be pulled down there by Donzel Hill, getting to work there in the paint. Hagee thought about the 3, passing it underneath. Oh, my gosh! Throw it down, why don't you, Mr. Green? I mean, I thought he was just going to settle for the layup, but he went through traffic and threw it down.
Yeah, great backdoor cut there by Green. He gets the pass, Conrad, and he throws the hammer down.
Looks like he just got a fresh cut as well, and he let it fly on that dunk. Missed shot there by the Force, and look at that fight for it underneath, but a throwaway ball there. Tim Hagee couldn't quite hang on to it. And Green gets it to tip, and no backcourt violation there. Taken in underneath, and they're going to say, couldn't quite see what the ref pointed, but still remains forced ball. But I mean, even though the Lions could not keep possession after the defensive rebound there by Hill, the relentless pursuit to not let the Force do anything with it was, I mean, that's the one thing that separates this Lions team from any other team. It's just their relentless pursuit on offense and defense.
They're always giving max effort. You never see this team take their foot off the gas pedal,
No,
I should say.
Never. Zachary Brent, last touched by one of the Force players. And I mean, the last, I want to say 2 to 3 games that we've been here to cover a game, the Lions have had to come from behind.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where there's the literal definition of it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Because you could have the greatest lead ever, but if you can't keep it, it doesn't matter. And for the Sarasota team, I mean, it's like, okay, cool, we'll give you a 12-point lead or a 5-point lead or whatever, but just know we're still cooking.
Yeah. And as cliche as that may sound, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. It stands true.
Exactly. Miss inbound pass there. High pass thrown down. Force cannot get it to fall. Tim Hagee was there. Good defense there by Hill, but stripped away there by Starks. Falling down, and that will be a foul called. I think that'll be the first foul called there on Donzel Hill.
Yeah, he tried to take the charge there. He just didn't get in place in time. Hips were still moving.
Was that song by Shakira? Hips Don't Lie? Yeah.
Hips don't lie here.
We just had a hips don't lie moment. So, got some towels, cleaning up the sweat that's on the floor right now.
So I'll tell you what, it is hot.
It is a little bit. But hey, you know what? I've been meaning to go to the sauna one of these years, and I think we're
Closest thing you'll get.
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, get to call a game and be in the sauna. I mean, it's a great day. I'm enjoying it.
I've called my fair share of baseball and softball games. I think I'm sweating more right now than I did those games.
Hey, it's okay. Don't be nervous.
I'm always nervous around you, Conrad.
Anyway, Starks, only player for the Force to shoot any free throws, makes the first one. Had that three-point play that was able to convert earlier in the quarter. And Sarasota still lead, or excuse me, the Force lead, 21-20, or 21-19. Green, this will be a long two. Foot was on the line, no good. Fighting for the ball and pinballed around. Starks looking behind him and lays it up and in. Caleb Gilbert not quite there to defend it, so 23-19 is the score. Scary Brent pulls it and throws it in. That was a 2. So 23-21, under 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. This will be a catch and shoot 3 and is good. There for number 2 of Antonio Hanna, another player on the floor for the Force, or excuse me, for the Lions, Kobe Johnson. So 26-21, just missed there. And we've got a foul call. Looks like they're going to call that on Caleb Gilbert of the Lions. And the Force have a chance to extend their lead from the free throw line.
The Force have certainly been making some tough buckets today, Conrad. We've seen a few of those threes, very contested, and they just found the bottom of the net.
So second Force player to hit the free throw line. It's number 12 of Kasim Green. And so far, the Force have not missed a free throw shot at all, as we've got a sub in. This is Damaris McNeil for the Lions. He'll come in and Lakai will take a seat. Excuse me, not Lakai. Dunzel Hill will take a seat. Green, right about the charity stripe, no good. McNeil passing it off to Green, and we got a foul call underneath. That'll go against Farrah Battle.
Damaris McNeil coming off the bench today. Not sure how many minutes he'll get, considering the news that our friend here has accepted to go play overseas, Conrad.
He'll be playing in China, and he'll play today and tomorrow against Team Yesa. But he will fly. I think I heard a rumor he's going to have 31 hours total of flights. I don't know.
I hope he downloads a lot of movies.
Yes, or like the TikTok trend, just ride the whole flights with nothing but the map.
Nothing but the map.
I don't know. I couldn't do it, but maybe I'm just not built different.
A lot of melatonin for me.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
No.
I've never done melatonin though. I've never had it.
No.
I've always just relied on being tired, or that's it. I don't know.
Works wonders.
Green gets the steal and lays it up and in. That's the spark that Sarasota needed here in this first quarter, down by as much as 7. Now it's 28-23. Force, as in that last game, very much in control this first quarter. Contested 3, no good, but right there to pick it up was Kasim Green. It's 30-23. Scary Brent on the offense here for the Lions. Again, long 2 here, gets it to go. Sarasota starting to find it a little bit, but both of these teams trading buckets towards the end of this quarter.
Scary Brent here, kind of fighting his shot early on. Got 10 already.
Driving buckets. They're going to call the foul on the Lions. I believe that was on number 55 of Caleb Gilbert.
This St. Cloud team starting to play a little more aggressive, attacking the hoop, and it's seeming to work out. They're trying to find the free throw line a little bit more consistently here towards the back half of the first.
That's the first missed free throw for the Force. Lions are 0 for 2 from the line, so that keeps the score at 30-25. And 18.5 seconds remain here in this first quarter, so shot clock will be turned off for the Sarasota Lions. See what they do. If they try to maybe try a 2-for-1, or if they bleed the whole clock and just try and do the last shot. Green says we're going to try that option. No good. Scary Brent gets it, pulls it up and in. cuts the lead down to 4. It's 31-27. Force will not get a shot off at the end of the first quarter. But back and forth first quarter. Force, it's been their quarter. The St. Cloud Force have had leads for most of it. A couple ties and a brief Sarasota lead, but it has been just like the last game. This first quarter goes to the St. Cloud Force.
And Sarasota is only in it right now because of the efforts of Zachary Brent and Jordan Green. Combined 22 points so far this game. That's 22 out of the 27 points. And they're almost lucky to be only down 4 here because St. Cloud's been really just hitting almost all their shots. They found consistency behind 3 and making tough buckets at that.
Yeah, no kidding. That 3 ball, it's one of those things when St. Cloud can make the 3, they are a dangerous team.
Very.
But the problem is the last game they played each other, they went ice cold from 3. And that's ultimately one of a few reasons why they couldn't finish the game. But at least this game, they've been very well balanced. But the crazy thing is they're making the crazy shot. And you referenced the one shot where the hand was in the dude's face. Didn't matter, it went in. So sometimes it's just one of those games where you got it, and sometimes you just don't.
Yeah, and if they keep that up, we might be in store for one of our more exciting finishes this evening.
Right. Looks like Nico Abeda will be starting this second quarter for Sarasota.
We got a couple of changes here for St. Cloud. Number 4, Bryce Henson will also be checking in, and he'll inbound it. And here we go. St. Cloud will have possession. Quick mid-range jumper there. Nothing going. Rebounded to Beta. Already rebounding for this team. Here he comes to Hagee. Hagee, me. Yes, sir. Tim Hagee gets the scoring started for Sarasota here in the second quarter. Making it a 29-31. Force. To Henson. Henson will run into the brick wall that is Damaris McNeil. There'll be a foul called on the floor. They'll call that one on a Beta, his first. And we'll think about it. A little floater there. And that's good for Kasim Green.
Good way how he baited the defender and still was able to get the shot off without traveling.
Quick turnover there by the Lions. Here comes the Force. Out to Henson. He'll find McGregor. Also just checked in. He'll give a floater. Nothing going there. Great offensive rebound and put back for Kasim Green, up to 8 points now to increase the St. Cloud lead to 6.
Back-to-back buckets for Green. Might be the guy that heats up here for the Force here in the second quarter.
Exactly. That's Hagee knocks it down to cut the lead, to cut the deficit in half.
Hagee said, "What were you saying? Here's a 3."
Hagee could have slow starts, but you'll never forget about him.
Never.
Here comes the Lions, down just 3. And that's a 3 ball, nothing going. McNeil rebound. He'll put it up and he'll go to the line. It will be his first trip to the free throw line. McNeil averaging a double-double here in the Sunbelt Basketball Association, averaging just 10 and 11. Makes the first free throw as there was a Bronx cheer for him.
That was a good, great form there by him. He struggled a little bit in this summer series trying to find it, but if he can keep that stroke on his free throws, he'll be good.
Yeah. If he can consistently make free throws, I'd say shoot anywhere from 60 to 70% from the charity stripe. I mean, that just elevates his game even more.
100%, and that's huge. Like I said, free throws coming into effect in this game. I mean, because he made those 2, it's only a 1-point game now.
And that will bring us to another media timeout here in the second quarter. And when we resume play, we'll bring it back to you from Sarasota, Florida. I'm Kyle Ainsworth with Conrad Volch. And welcome back to the SBA. I'm Kyle Ainsworth with Conrad Volch. We are about ready to resume play here in the second quarter. St. Cloud Force leads the Sarasota Lions 35-34. St. Cloud will do the inbounding here. Alvarado will dish it around. Henson doing a little back-end work. And he gets it to go. His first basket of the day increases the Force's lead to 3. Small guy getting a little action down there in the paint. Neal out to Hagee. Over to Brent. Brent will penetrate the defense. He'll lay it up. Nothing going there. Rebounded Hagee. Hagee with a floater. Puts it in.
That's the relentlessness creating second and third chance opportunities keeps the game within 1.
That's the one thing I've noticed with the Lions thus far is they're able to get more second chance opportunities in St. Cloud right now. And a blocking foul down there on Tim Hagee. I believe that'll be his first. Number 11, Nixon Alvarado, drew it. It will be a foul on the floor, so St. Cloud will do the inbounding here. Kyle McGregor.
Also in for the Lions, Jalen Smith, who got the start in that first quarter for his first action here in the second quarter.
Great defense there by the Lions. Here comes Hagee. Over to Green, lays it in. Jordan Green gives the Sarasota Lions their first lead of the second quarter, and that one's intercepted by Hagee again. Beta to McNeil. Great passing, but nothing going there for Green. And a charging foul. That was on Kasim Green, getting a little too aggressive down there. And we will go the other way.
You know, some guys take pride in being able to take charges. I don't know how they find it fun. I mean, you see guys, they'll take that drive to like the front of their chest, and it's like, yeah! It's like, I'm good, bro. Like
when I played basketball, I was always the guy that did not like taking charges. For that exact reason.
If it's for the good of the order, I got you. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for fun.
Henson will take it himself. He'll lay it in. Up to 4 points now for him. St. Cloud retakes the lead. A Beta for 3. No, off the back of the backboard, a little strong there. Rebounded by Henson. Henson, a blocking foul there on a Beta. So Henson, he'll go to the line for 2. Giving them a little nice spark hitter off the bench is Bryce Henson.
Yeah. Love what we've been seeing here between a Beta and even Bryce Henson. I mean, they're providing the energy off the bench that you need for either team, and got a little bit of a good battle here.
Yeah. His free throw will go off the front of the iron. It's a 39-38 St. Cloud lead here. Just 6 minutes remaining in the first half. His second free throw is true. It gives St. Cloud a 2-point advantage. Hagee, 4-3. Yes, sir. Tim Hagee up to 15 points now. Sarasota takes another lead. So it looks like we're having a few lead changes going back and forth here now.
Yes.
And that's going to be an offensive foul, or a travel, I should say. Thank you, Conrad. Could not see the arms myself. Had a little bit of a blockage.
No, you're good.
A Beta out to Hagee. Down to Green now. He'll do some work, and looks like that one may have been an offensive foul that time. So St. Cloud will retain possession.
Now it's just a matter of who's going to capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
That's going to be a 3-ball blocked. Here comes the Lions. Hagee, he'll take it himself. No. Rebound to McNeil. Back to Hagee. Nothing. Hey, another rebound, Hagee. He'll shoot it again. Yes, sir. Tim Hagee up to 17 points now. Gives the Lions a 3-point advantage.
Another game where he had a quiet first quarter, but started heating up later in the first half. I don't know how he does it, but for this Sarasota team, it works.
He has 12 now in the second quarter. Abeda will lay it in himself, and it goes through. Nico Abeda.
Welcome to the scoreboard, Energizer Bunny.
The Energizer Bunny lays it in. We are now just under halfway done here in the second quarter. A 5-point advantage for the Lions. A little turnaround J does not go through. Rebounded McNeil. Smith out to Hagee. Abeda now controlling the offense. Tries to find McNeil, gets intercepted. Got Kyle McGregor. Sarasota will turn it back around. Hagee wide open in the corner. Off the side of the backboard. It's going to be a foul there on Damaris McNeil. He will check out now.
See a substitute here, Adam Starks. Haven't called his name too much here in this second quarter. He really lit up the stat sheet and was that driving force for the Force in that first quarter.
Yeah.
Got another sub here. KJ Robinson will make his first appearance in this game for the Lions.
It's going to be Adam Starks will control the ball. Thought about it. Gets it out to Henson. Battle for 3. No. Rebounder to Beta. Beta will control the offense. He'll give it out to Jalen Smith. Beta now mishandles it. And they're going to call a goaltending on the Lions.
I don't think that's the normal call, as we see
So
President of Basketball Operations talking to the referee, because FIBA rules, there is usually not a goaltend.
trying to get confirmation here. I believe they didn't count it.
No, because there's no goaltend usually in FIBA rules, and that's what this league is emulating, is FIBA rules to get guys ready for overseas. Or no, they did call the basket. Never mind.
They did count it. So
I guess.
There is goaltending, but it's just a little different.
Very different. So 47-40 is the score.
As Henson lays it in. Henson now up to 7 points. A Beta for 3 off the back iron. Rebounded to Lakai. And he'll get a chance to shoot 2 free throws here.
So 3:06 left, second quarter. Another instance where we've seen the Force take another small lead.
Yep. Sarasota here is on to create their own distance now. So going back to the goaltending here, the only time it's different from what we're used to as American basketball fans is if the ball touches the rim, it can be tapped no matter what. Mm-hmm. So if it's still coming down on its downward motion, it can't be touched. So that must have been what kind of happened there. It was on its downward motion.
Yeah, if I remember right from seeing it again, it hadn't touched the rim yet.
Yes.
So
that's the only difference. So once it touches the rim, it can be played.
Gotcha.
So that free throw, he misses both, so it's going to remain here 47-42, St. Cloud now. Mendez will kick it out. That Starks for 3. A little strong, but it finds it in. I thought it was going to leak out the back, but it came in with an awkward spin. So 47-45 now. And Anthony Lakai gets his first basket of the day.
Got the start today in replacement of Damaris McNeil.
Floater doesn't go. Whoa!
Wow.
For a battle. Comes in and finishes the job. (49-47). Gilbert puts it in. Caleb Gilbert. Knocks down the triple try.
He said, "You can dunk, but I can shoot threes."
And guess what? Guess what's more points?
A three.
Yeah.
Yes. I did pass math class.
That's good to know, Conrad. And that's going to be a foul on the Lions. They'll inbound it here. Bryce Henson will do the duties. He'll pass in, a triple try again. That one goes true. It's going to be Jordan Hernandez. Hagee. Out to Gilbert. Down to Lakai. Back to Hagee for three. Yes, sir. Tim Hagee up to 20 points now.
And this game is turning into a three-point war between these two teams here in the second quarter.
And the question is, who will go cold first? McGregor for three. Nope. It's going to go out of bounds off the hand of Battle.
Donzel Hill will check back in for Anthony Lakai for the Lions.
And Nico Abeda now will try and get it down to Hill, but Abeda is trying to plead his case that it went off St. Cloud. And the refs will discuss here. And Sarasota will retain possession. And a travel call there on Donzel Hill. So now we'll go back the other way. We're approaching the 1 minute warning here in the first half, and that's going to be a carry on Bryce Henson. So a few turnovers and not great possessions for both teams here now.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy here. And again, it's going to come down to who capitalizes off mistakes and does something with it, because for Sarasota, if you can stretch this lead right before halftime, that's a big deal. But if you're St. Cloud, if you can get it close and tie it, that's also huge as well for momentum.
It's going to be a difference maker here as St. Cloud now pushes the fast break. Great defense there by KJ Robinson to stop it. St. Cloud here has a 2-for-1 opportunity. And they'll throw it down low and it'll go through. And Adam Starks now. 55-52, 28 seconds remaining.
About an 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock on this possession for the Lions.
Three ball there, nothing going. Rebound force, they'll have the final shot here if they want it. They'll take the long two and that will go through. They're a battle up to 4 now. 55-54. 1 second. At the buzzer, no sir. So, after 1 half of play, Conrad, we had an entertaining first half. It's a close one here. Sarasota Lions, after being down majority of the early on in the first half, will go to the locker room with a 1-point advantage. What are your takeaways so far?
I think it's this game is what I like to call a game of runs. I mean, you have one team that will control it for a little bit, and the other team comes back, and then it's like a changing of hands. When one team looks like they're going to take over the entire game, the other team says, "Excuse me, I'm still here," and we're going to do that. So, I don't know. This kind of has reminiscing of last game when it got when it was this close in the first half, and now it's going to be, who's going to drop the hammer in that third quarter and really set the tone and take over, because Sarasota has done a great job of taking over in the third quarter.
Yes.
And that's what separated them between all the teams they've played, all the way back to Tampa Executive on June 9th, and most recently is St. Cloud on June 30th. So I think it's going to be, I don't like to say we'll have to wait and see, but that's really what it's going to be, because they've been consistent every game they've played in. It's just a matter of that third quarter.
And Sarasota has shown every single game it tends to be the third quarter where they make that separation, like you were kind of saying there. So right now the Lions, three guys in double-digit scorings with Tim Hagee, Zachary Brent, and Jordan Green. Sarasota, again, leads it 55-54. We'll be back at you with second half action here in about 14 minutes. From Sarasota, Florida, I'm Kyle Ainsworth with Conrad Volch. Don't go anywhere.
This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Hi, my name is Valerie Green, and I'm going to be working with the Sunbelt Basketball Association in the capacity of providing workshops and education on mental and emotional health. We know that our young men get their physical health and physical workout while they're playing basketball, but there's another component that is kind of neglected, especially by young men, and that is their mental and emotional health and well-being. So with our professional athletes, we are going to make sure that they are equipped to handle life's day-to-day stressors. Our professional athletes are adult young men, some are dealing with college, some have families, some are dealing with work issues, but they all share the love of the game. So we want to make sure that throughout what they're doing with their love of the game, that they are good mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. We want to make sure that they have a handle on those things that are going to help them cope successfully with life. And those big moments that may happen, we think of them as huge events. It could be the death of a loved one. It could also be those disappointments that will happen. You know, there are different things that these young men are pursuing. We want to make sure that they have the capacity to handle life's day-to-day activities, even the big ones, in a way that is healthy and that keeps them strong. So we want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about tools that will help them cope with these sometimes traumatic situations. Mental health is not just about the downtime. It's about being shored up emotionally so that you can handle these moments, and we're all going to be dealing with these moments. With our young men that are in middle school and high school, we are going to focus on how they can be proactive to make sure that they are in a good space to deal with everything that sometimes school as well as athletics will be bringing upon them. So as young people, I will have to say this, as a post-educator, COVID did a big job on a lot of our young people. And they weren't always given the tools that they needed. Even if they had a huge supportive environment, COVID really was a game changer. And having those tools to know how to handle when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, when you're dealing with worrying about a lot of different things. We want to make sure that they understand this is normal, but they can handle normal. And when it gets really big, they can handle big. One thing I will say and address is the fact that our young people are very resilient, very strong, and we are going to give them those tools to stay resilient, to stay strong. And we want to teach them, if they're not already there, we want to teach them how to become resilient. Resilience is not something that you're always born with. It is something that can be taught. And so while they're younger, we want to make sure that they understand with all the different things they're going to be dealing with, that they have the strength, the courage, and the resilience to get through it.
This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent,
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
and where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app, get exposure to college coaches, get clout, and get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Hi, my name is Valerie Green, and I am going to be working with the Sunbelt Basketball Association in the capacity of providing workshops and education on mental and emotional health. We know that our young men get their physical health and physical workout while they're playing basketball, but there's another component that is kind of neglected, especially by young men, and that is their mental and emotional health and well-being. So with our professional athletes, we are going to make sure that they are equipped to handle life's day-to-day stressors. Our professional athletes are adult young men, some are dealing with college, some have families, some are dealing with work issues, but they all share the love of the game. But we want to make sure that throughout what they're doing with their love of the game, that they are good mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. We want to make sure that they have a handle on those things that are going to help them cope successfully with life. In those big moments that may happen, we think of them as huge events. It could be the death of a loved one. It could also be those disappointments that will happen. You know, there are different things that these young men are pursuing. We want to make sure that they have the capacity to handle life's day-to-day activities, even the big ones, in a way that is healthy and that keeps them strong. So we want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about tools that will help them cope with these sometimes traumatic situations. Mental health is not just about the downtime. It's about being shored up emotionally so that you can handle these moments, and we're all going to be dealing with these moments. With our young men that are in middle school and high school, we are going to focus on how they can be proactive to make sure that they are in a good space to deal with everything that sometimes school as well as athletics will be bringing upon them. So as young people, I will have to say this, as a post-educator, COVID did a big job on a lot of our young people. And they weren't always given the tools that they needed. Even if they had a huge supportive environment, COVID really was a game changer. And having those tools to know how to handle when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, when you're dealing with worrying about a lot of different things, we want to make sure that they understand this is normal, but they can handle normal. And when it gets really big, they can handle big. One thing I would say and address is the fact that our young people are very resilient, very strong, and we are going to give them those tools to stay resilient, to stay strong. And we want to teach them, if they're not already there, we want to teach them how to become resilient. Resilience is not something that you're always born with. It is something that can be taught. And so while they're younger, we want to make sure that they understand with all the different things they're going to be dealing with, that they have the strength, the courage, and the resilience to get through it.
is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Hi, my name is Valerie Green, and I am going to be working with the Sunbelt Basketball Association in the capacity of providing workshops and education on mental and emotional health. We know that our young men get their physical health and physical workout while they're playing basketball, but there's another component that is kind of neglected, especially by young men, and that is their mental and emotional health and well-being. So with our professional athletes, we are going to make sure that they are equipped to handle life's day-to-day stressors. Our professional athletes are adult young men, some are dealing with college, some have families, some are dealing with work issues, but they all share the love of the game. But we want to make sure that throughout what they're doing with their love of the game, that they are good mentally.
And we welcome you back here to the Sunbelt Basketball Association, featuring the visiting St. Cloud Force and the Sarasota Lions. Once again, my name is Conrad Volch alongside Kyle Ainsworth. Very entertaining and high-energy first half between these two teams. 55-54 is the halftime score. This will be the last timed quarter of this game before the Elam rules. We'll explain that as it gets closer to the fourth quarter. But I don't know. We'll see if Sarasota stays consistent to their brand and see if they start stringing it out here in this third quarter, or if St. Cloud can stick with them like they did in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, if you remember last time, I know we've mentioned it earlier, but I'll go ahead and do it again. Last time these two teams faced, similar situation, close game entering the second half, and Sarasota just seemed to take over. They just stretched their lead out, ended up winning by, of course, near 30 points.
So same starting lineup in this third quarter as the first quarter. So that's a errant pass there. Passed off and goes off the knee of one of the Force players. I thought Adam Starks was going to take it, but decided to pass it off. This is going to be a long three, no good. Lakai, and will do a reverse circle and throwing it in. 57-54. First bucket of the second half goes to Sarasota.
I don't know if you saw, but Kasim Green, who thought he got fouled on the last possession, was just talking to the ref the entire time Sarasota had the ball. He never came back on defense, making it a 5v4 there.
So basically, St. Cloud was on a man disadvantage that entire possession.
Yes.
Throw it underneath here, and Lakai with the last 2 baskets made. Great start to this second half versus the first half. 59-54.
What we know from Anthony Lakai is he can get it going at any moment, so you can never keep your eye off him.
Second chance, no good there for the Force. Brent had it. Good pass, goes right over to the ticket counter, and could not hang on to it there was Jalen Smith.
So Sarasota staying true to form and tendencies here, taking over in the third.
Blocked shot, but called foul is Jalen Smith. I'll say it's in the act of shooting, so going to the line to shoot 2 will be Kasim Green for the Force.
He's got 14 right now.
First shot, no good. So 8.5 minutes left here in this third quarter, and second free throw is no good. Lakai gets the defensive rebound. Hagee passing it off, gets it back, had a man in his face, bounced up in the air. Lakai touched it, and they're going to say it's off the Force. So Lions basketball looked like it just rolled off of Jordan Hernandez.
I think his back may have been laying on the line when he caught it.
So Lakai will get the ball on the inbound. Off to Jalen Smith. He'll pull it a long 3, no good. Green and Alvarado fighting for it. And that is good defense there by Smith. Hagee going the other way. Euro step, throws it up, in and out, gets it back, puts it up and throws it in.
Great effort there by Hagee to stay with it, get his own rebound, and put it back up.
Hagee on defense will get called for the foul. He can't believe it, but ref looking at it says he did too much. Force driving it in, a little too strong, another foul called. So they're going to call it on Anthony Lakai, his first, team third here in the third quarter, 61-54. First free throw is no good, so 0 for 3 from the line are these Force here in the third quarter.
All by the hands of Kasim Green here.
Make that 0 for 4.
Could be a huge difference maker. Keep an eye on that.
Hagee thought about the 3, passing it off. Defender goes flying over towards the ticket table. Collision by the table. I don't know how they stayed off of the table. Force still getting it through. More defense. And getting it to roll in is Kasim Green. Chaos ensued, but ultimately the Force came up with the bucket. Green. A little bit short. Smith able to keep it in. Green. And Sarasota ball. Ball's been pinballing all over the place these last two possessions. Smith. High pass into Brent. Brent directing traffic. Hagee. Corner three shot. Too strong. Rebound. Jordan Hernandez. Hernandez driving it in. Going to work, and it cannot fall in. Sakari Brent takes it himself. Flips it up. Doesn't get it to go, but gets the foul call. And it'll be on Antonio Hanna, who can't believe it.
Great control there by Brent in midair to go attack straight at the basket and adjust himself to go around the defender.
Well, it kind of reminds me of that shot that Jordan had against the Lakers in his first finals where seriously, like he's going up like he's going to dunk it, and then he pulls it back and flips it behind him. Mm-hmm. Not saying they're the same, but it kind of had that little, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to go this way.
Nice body control, same type of thing you're talking about. Yeah, of course.
So Brent makes the first free throw, 62-56 here in the third quarter. 6:36 remaining. And he'll go 2 for 2 from the line. 63-56. Driving it in there was Alvarado, cannot get it to fall. Back over to Brent, can't get it to fall. Lakai, second chance, no good. Still blasting all over the place and pulled down by Hanna. Thrown up high. Robinson, oh my goodness, he stayed in bounds. Nearly ran into the dancers. Brent finally pulls it away. We've got a whistle to fix the shot clock, I believe. So shot clock will be reset somewhere. Back to 19. Jalen Smith goes to work from the charity stripe off the front of the rim. KJ Robinson, catch and shoot, no good. Lakai bouncing it up in the air. And Hanna pulls it down. And that will be a shot good there by Kasim Green, starting to heat up here for the Force here in the second half.
Oh, the offense is going through him right now.
But Jalen Smith turns around and says, enough of that, it's a three.
So, I mean, narrative is kind of sticking true right now. Sarasota seems to have most of the control here in the second half. It is just an 8-point game, so a lot of things can change here for a lot of basketball left. But Sarasota staying true to their form, playing aggressive on defense, hustle plays, and just taking advantage of every scenario they get.
So for this media timeout, we'll take a quick break. 66-58, 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. We'll be back here on Sunbelt Basketball Association. Back here out of the media timeout for the meeting between St. Cloud Force and the Sarasota Lions. 5.5 minutes left here in the third. 66-58 Lions. Force trying to get something going here. This is Adam Starks. Had a stellar first quarter for this Force team. Passing it off, and a three ball is good there by Antonio Hanna. Pull it within 5, 66-61.
They needed that one. They really needed that one.
Yes, they did. Jalen Smith, no good that time. KJ Robinson comes crashing in. Sakari Brent for three. Yes, sir. 69-61. Back up by 8 is the Lions. Force. Cat and mouse game here for the Force. Alvarado going against Smith. Thought about driving, passing it off. Smith able to handcuff the 3 shots, forcing a 2 ball there by Alvarado. 69-63. Hagee going to work underneath, flips it up and in. Oh my goodness. Count it and the foul. 71-63. Unbelievable.
Hagee, man, he's really putting his fingerprint on this one once again. He's up to 28 today, a chance to make it 29.
I mean, I wonder if I know he went to college, but I think in some parallel universe he got his architectural degree because his fingerprints are all over this blueprint of this Sarasota team. I don't know what to say.
Architectural degree. That's a fun little. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tip of the cap.
Yes. Missed 3 ball, but right there to collect it and put up the 2. Kasim Green's been the spark plug for this Force team here in this third quarter. Hagee shooting the 3, bouncing off the back of the hoop, chasing it down and keeping it in bounds. Look at the collision of the ball, still all over the place, and a foul call is made. Wow. Give credit to Caleb Gilbert. He saved that ball from going out of bounds and stayed off of the apparel table. Not sure how he did that, but that's why he's an athlete and I'm not. So, I don't know.
Both these teams have done a great job not running into these tables. Can I tell you these things are inches?
Yeah. Oh, I thought for sure that one that where the scorer's table is across from us was dead. I thought it was going to be like Bill's Mafia up in here.
Going through the tables, Bill's Mafia.
Yes. Force driving it in, and another drawn charge by Tim Hagee. Force cannot believe it.
They're showing their frustration, but it's our.
Force want it to be a foul call, but it is called a charge. Wanted to get Hagee for movement underneath, but refs say no.
It's hard for us to insert our opinion because I can't really see it from our angle down there, especially with all the bodies down there.
So 3:45 left in this third quarter, 71-65. Again, timing until the fourth quarter will be Elam rules ending. Explain that when the third quarter ends. Hagee was looking for a beta. Goes out of bounds.
Saying that was off the hand.
Last touched by the Force. KJ Robinson will inbound it here for the Lions. Finds Hagee. High pass, and I think it was a foul called. Couldn't quite tell. So foul called on the Force. Non-shooting foul. Coming back in for the Force is Bryce Henson. Saw him a little bit in that second quarter. Hagee with possession, finding Robinson. Long 3, and it's good. That time for Caleb Gilbert. 74-65.
Huge shot.
Largest lead for either team. Controlled here by Starks, trying to get something going here. Abeda underneath. And muscling his way and able to get that to fall with Jordan Hernandez. Had 2 different Lions try to take the ball away from him. Tim Hagee. Got Robinson calling for it. Throws it underneath. And getting it to go there was Donzel Hill. I believe that's his first bucket of the game. Welcome to the Lions. That's his first bucket. 76-67. Again, largest lead for either team. 9 points right here. That's a foul called there, I believe, on KJ Robinson. Benefiting from that was Jordan Hernandez. So Hernandez will go to the line to shoot 2. Here with 2:40 left. Got a couple subs waiting to come in. One for the St. Cloud is Isaiah Rios. And for the Lions is Jordan Green. First free throw attempt, no good.
Feels like Sarasota's kind of had their hands all over this third quarter. But for it to only be a 9-point game, sure, got to give credit to where credit's due to St. Cloud for just hanging in there and not letting go like they may have done last game.
Yeah, and maybe the weather inside of this gymnasium has played a part in it. It has been a little bit warmer than it has been in previous matchups, but it's been a very well-matched game between these two teams. Jordan Green had it, tripped, and they're going to call a jump ball before the timeout. So they will say a timeout first before the jump ball call. So, all right. So Sarasota ball, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not. It was originally called a jump ball on the floor, but I think they're going with a timeout before. So when we come back, we'll definitely be able to tell here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just sometimes with these rules here in the Sunbelt Basketball Association, we're all learning, even us commentating the game, which is good. I mean, it's a new league, new format, new everything, and it's again, they're trying to emulate FIBA to get guys to overseas games, so that way it's not, as the president of basketball operations told us before, Kent Perry, he told us, they don't want guys to continue going over there and washing out. They want to help them have long, sustainable careers over there. And by emulating those rules, it helps to do that.
And the rules you're seeing here today, for the most part, they're similar to what you'll see when watching the Olympics this summer.
Green can't get it to fall, unable to handle it for the offensive rebound. Donzel Hill, so turnover back to the St. Cloud Force. The last 2-minute, 18-second push before the Elam Rules takes over in the fourth quarter. 76-68 here for Sarasota. Possession, battle, putting it up, no good. Hill able to pull it down. Abeda finding who else? Tim Hagee putting it up for 3, off the mark. And rebound to Rios. Battle. Finds the open man, does a little circle, and last touched by the Force. And turnover back to the Lions. Bryce Henson tried to argue, no avail. Beta finding Gilbert. Hagee. Back to Gilbert again, Abeda. Hagee still passing it around, trying to bleed some clock here down to 10 seconds. Hill turning around and putting it up. Donzel Hill gets it, second basket of the night. 78-68 is the score. Battle. Finding Hannah. Hannah. 2 different Lions on him underneath. And a floater shot is good there by Isaiah Rios. First basket of this game. Abeda. Catch and shoot 3, bouncing off. Green had it, lost it. And they're going to say possession to Sarasota. Abeda will inbound it. 58.4 seconds left here in this third quarter. Abeda. Catch and shoot for Green. Got it to go. 81-70.
Every time, man. Every time St. Cloud starts to maybe try and make a comeback, Sarasota comes back and just drills a 3.
Be a long 2 if it's good. No good. Henson gets the rebound and is fouled by Abeda. So it looks like Henson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Lions doing a great job. Just they've created their lead and they're doing a great job just maintaining that pad before the fourth quarter.
Definitely. So 81-71. Henson making his first shot. And second shot is good. So back to 9, 81-72. About a 15-second differential, shot clock, game clock. Hagee doesn't care about that, goes up, puts it in. 83-72. Now about 4 seconds between shot clock, game clock. Three-point attempt is good there by Antonio Hanna. So everybody trying to get some shots in before the end of this third quarter. Hagee driving it up and in. I mean, this guy lit a spark and dumped some gasoline all over it. He's starting to heat up. 85-75. No shot clock. And the Force drive it in. Call foul on the Lions. Caleb Gilbert.
Hey, you get to 33 points now, Conrad.
I mean, it's
Has
just
moments he'll go off for a little bit, then he'll slow down, collect himself, and then when you need some buckets, he'll get them for you.
yeah. Quiet first quarter, and then just took off.
Yeah.
It's one of those where if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or it's only weird if it doesn't work. I'm going to go with the latter because, I've never seen somebody have a slow start to a game but just light it up after the first quarter. And they're going to call a offensive foul on Kasim Green. Shot does not count. So that is the end of the third quarter. So Elam rules. We'll explain it to you real quick here. The winning score is 106 points. So how it works is you take 21 points and you add it to the team that's in the lead, and that is the score you play to. So since Sarasota leads 85-75, the goal score is 106. It doesn't matter who it is. For Sarasota, it's easy. Score 21, you win. For St. Cloud, it's a little bit harder. Score 31, and you win.
Well, I'll tell you this, Conrad. It's the closest one we've seen.
Yes.
The 10-point differential here. 31. If St. Cloud outscoring Sarasota 31-20, that's very realistic in my eyes. That can happen. That's just basketball. So there is no reason Sarasota should come out here just feeling like, oh, it's done. All we got to do is score 21. No, St. Cloud has shown their offensive capabilities and can easily outscore Sarasota 31 to at least 20 here in this fourth.
And this is the most points that the Sarasota has given up in this summer series. This is game number 5. Most they'd given up before that was against this same St. Cloud Force team. The last time they played, that was 73. But that was after the entire game was over. We still have entire Elam to go. The only thing that stays true is the shot clock, 24-second shot clocks. But, I mean, first one to 106, who wants it, who's going to get hot at the right time, and that's what makes this style of basketball in this league so exciting. It's not just, oh, we'll run out the clock and see you later. It's, nah, you have to play till the very last bucket. First attempt, no good, pulled down by Lakai.
Here come the Lions. Hagee out to Gilbert. Triple try, goes through. Zachary Brent knocks down, gets the scoring started for Sarasota for his 20th point of the game, 88-75. Here comes St. Cloud. They'll get it to Green. His midi goes thin. Green now up to 22. Answers with a quick midi himself. Brent. He'll lay it up. Nothing going. Hagee with the rebound. Full court pass. Lobs it up. Oh, just missed it. Try to get a couple style points there for the Lions, but didn't go through.
I love the attempt, but kind of need to get some points there.
As Bryce Henson knocks down the three.
Henson said, hey, you want to get cute, but I can make a 3 and cut it down to 8 if you're not careful.
Hagee out the Green for 3. Knocks it down. Jordan Green. Sarasota with 2 quick threes. Make it now 94-79.
So 15 more points here for Sarasota, and they bring home the victory.
St. Cloud pickpocketed. Here comes Green, and he'll throw the hammer down. Jordan Green.
Second time today we've seen him throw down a dunk just as pretty as the first one.
He's not afraid to give the fans a show. Lays it up, not going, and it's going to be a foul on Sarasota. 93-79 here. Sarasota just 13 points away from the nail in the coffin. St. Cloud a bit more.
St. Cloud's
27.
Yes.
Math. Bryce Henson knocks in his first free throw. Have a few substitutions here. Nixon Alvarado check in for St. Cloud. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded Sarasota. That was Anthony Lakai. Here comes Hagee. Hagee wants to join the party. No. Comes St. Cloud. Starks. Offensive foul. And up and getting loud is Caleb Gilbert, drawing the offensive foul. We've seen a few of those today for the Lions.
Caleb Gilbert saw Tim Hagee getting all those charges and said, hey, let me try.
He wants to get a piece of the action, a piece of the cake, why not? Little midi there, goes through. Anthony Lakai.
He's had a good game today. Lakai.
Henson banks it in. Speaking of having a good game, Henson himself up to 15 now, 95-82. Three ball, a little strong. Rebounded St. Cloud, here they come. Trying to push the pace. Take it to the corner, triple try. No, rebounded Hagee. Hagee lays it up, nothing going there. Here comes the force. Almost stripped there by Green. Swings it back around. That three is good. And that's Nixon Alvarado just checking in here.
That's a big shot there for St. Cloud to keep it within 10 because all Sarasota needs is 11. And that's a handful of possessions.
That's three ball. Nope. St. Cloud here, certainly not out of it, just 21 away from the target score themselves. Henson, he'll try and take it himself. He does, lays it in. Henson getting hot here in the fourth. Hagee. He gets rejected at the rim. Here comes St. Cloud off the head. Little noggin touch. Oh! KJ Robinson coming down and rejecting it.
And the impressive part is he got all ball on that, and I don't know how he didn't make contact with the ball handler because, I mean, that...
It's a great chase down block there by KJ Robinson.
Usually 9.5 out of 10, that's a blocking foul.
Oh, yeah. Off the face of Henson. Here come the Lions. They'll kick it out into the corner. Takes his time. Three ball is good. Zokari Brang. Able to sit there, think about it, knocks it down. We are 8 away from the target score.
It's Kasim Green.
89.
Second time we've seen Henson get hit in the face, this time on defense.
Yeah, it's really taking a beating there.
Yes.
Henson takes it himself. Offensive foul, another one. Tim Hagee really racking up the charges, huh?
I guess.
I think we might have something to talk to him about here after this game.
Say, you think he has Capital One or American Express because he's really laying up those charges. I don't know.
Hey, if Sarasota stays true here and they take this game, I challenge you, Conrad. We'll get Hagee right here in my seat. We'll ask him that question for him. I dare you to say that exact line. All right, that's my challenge to you, okay?
We'll see what happens. I mean, we don't make the determination for the player of the game, but if he ends up being the player of the game, I will definitely try and ask him that question, just for you, Kyle.
Yes,
just
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
But all jokes aside, I mean, just the fact that it's one thing to do it once, but to have multiple times throughout the same game where you are successful at charging, at drawing charges is unbelievable.
Honestly, I've lost count.
Yes.
I think he maybe 4.
He's got at least 3.
3 or 4.
3 or 4, and then Caleb Gilbert's got 1.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's rare to see 1 or 2 in a game for any basketball game. To see 5, 4 or 5 in this game, it just shows their effort on defense. They're not afraid to get physical.
I had a friend of mine who played for University of Wisconsin. His name is Brad Davison, and he did a 3-on-3 tournament somewhere, and he drew a charge. It was the second charge ever drawn in that tournament-style thing's history. Made $100 in cash. So,
not too bad.
no, three ball was good there by Zachary Brent, bringing it within 5.
5 away from that target score. It is 101-89. Sarasota trying to get out of here quick, knocking down a lot of their shots.
Talk about the 3 ball getting hot at the right time for Zachary.
Oh, for sure. What's he up to? 23 now. That many goes through to Seam Green up to 24 now, having a good game himself for 2. 101-91. That 3 goes through. Hold on, Zachary Brent. He might want that player of the game himself, Conrad.
I should say so. The 3 ball has definitely come alive here in this Elam rules ending 4th quarter. I mean, it's almost like so automatic for him. It's like it's almost a surprise if he misses at this point.
His shot seems so smooth right now. You can see the confidence just coming out of him when he shoots that ball. It's like he just knows he's not going to miss.
Right.
Sarasota now just 2 points away from the nail in the coffin and sending us all home.
And who else to have it but Zachary Brent here?
Might as well. He calls game. A deep 3. Puts it in! Zachary Brent, are you kidding me? 107-91, Sarasota Lions take it again. Behind the efforts of Zachary Brent, 29 on the day with the Steph Curry style 3.
I mean, that sounds like Dame time when he shot that deep 3 against OKC when he was still with Portland. I mean, he was beyond the feeble line.
I think he was right here where the black lines meet.
I mean, it just unbelievable. I don't know what to say as he's about to get the water bath here by the Great Value Water.
And Zachary Brent is joining us right now, Conrad. I will leave it to you.
Sounds good. So we'll wait for Zachary Brent to take a seat here in the broadcast booth.
There are different things that these young men are pursuing. We want to make sure that they have the capacity to handle life's day-to-day activities, even the big ones, in a way that is healthy and that keeps them strong. So we want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about tools that will help them cope with these sometimes traumatic situations. Mental health is not just about the downtime. It's about being shored up emotionally so that you can handle these moments. And we're all going to be dealing with these moments. With our young men that are in middle school and high school, we are going to focus on how they can be proactive to make sure that they are in a good space to deal with everything that sometimes school as well as athletics will be bringing upon them. So as young people, I will have to say this as a coach educator, COVID did a big job on a lot of our young people. And they weren't always given the tools that they needed. Even if they had a huge supportive environment, COVID.
And we welcome you back here to the Sunbelt Basketball Association featuring the St. Cloud Force and the Sarasota Lions. Joining me in the broadcast booth, player of the game, number 11, Zachary Brent. How you doing today, sir?
Fine, man. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing great. 32 points today. You really found your shot in that Elam-ending fourth quarter. What was different versus the first three for you?
I told my team last week in practice that I was going to step up and be a leader. Because we got like 15 guys on the team. There's no reason to have one leader on the team. When we got everybody on the team. Everybody can produce, everybody a dog. See, we 5-0. Everybody play a part. So, hey, you got to stay down. Your time coming. I just stayed down, man. My time was coming. I just took a roll.
So one of the themes that me and Kyle have seen in calling your guys' games in this summer series is the third quarter for you guys is when you really start lighting it up and just coming together as a team. What has been so special about the third quarter for you guys?
Because I think we like our team is like a microwave. You gotta, when you put food in the microwave, it take like 20 seconds to warm up, right? So we start off slow. So we try to come back in third quarter with a bang. Because nobody can run with us. If we start running, you see what happens. The score tell itself.
For sure. One final question I got for you, Zachary. This experience is very new in the Sunbelt Basketball Association. What has been this overall experience been for you throughout this summer, getting to play on this team and get to mesh with a whole different group of guys and to be a part of wins like this?
It's a good experience. Everybody come with their own bag. And this group of guys we got, I feel like nobody beat us. I don't care what team it is. It can be LeBron. I don't think nobody can beat us right now. And that's just all honest. We just a young team. We know how to play together. To win. You see.
I like that. I
trust my team. That's it.
For sure. Well, this has been Zachary Brent, the player of the game, 32 points total. Could not miss from three in the Elam-ending fourth quarter. And thank you, sir. It's been great to talk to you for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Welcome back, Mr. Kyle Ainsworth, to the broadcast booth here. But, I don't know what to say really about this team. The hunger is there. The camaraderie is there. And as Zachary said in that post-game interview, they feel like they can play anybody and win. And that, that third quarter being the theme of what them just taking off, it's not really an explained thing. It's just that's just been where their magic is and where they just start to just completely lock in. And you've got Tim Hagee as your normal guy that just takes over this team, but it really, even when he takes off and he gets doubled up, it allows guys like Zachary Brent to take over, and that's what we've seen today.
You know what, and the one thing I'll add on to that, Conrad, is when we were setting up Zachary here and everything, all the players, they were throwing water on him, dapping him up, everything, giving him his credit. The one thing I like with this team is, like you said, I think you said their camaraderie. The team chemistry here is unpalpable. I haven't seen it from any other team that's came into this gym. Mm-mm. And essentially, that's why they're able to go through these slumps and then just turn around just like that. And I think that's what we see in the third quarter. Because, we've all played sports know it takes time to find your rhythm at the start of the game. That's just kind of expected. It's hard to find your rhythm to shooting around in the layup line and whatnot. But when they start games down 8-10 points, they don't get discouraged because they believe in one another. And that shows with